Good afternoon. The Justice Sector Coordinating Council, or the JSCC, made up of the Supreme Court, the Department of Justice, and the Department of Interior and Local Government, is launching the JSCC's first Tri-City Justice Zone. On September 3, 2024, the JSCC is launching in Cagayan de Oro City, Iligan City, and Ozamis City as a Tri-City Special Justice Zone on anti-online sexual abuse and exploitation of children. The Justice Zone is a JSCC's flagship program. It has been institutionalized by the Philippine Development Plan 2023 to 2028. Second, the Supreme Court en banc, during its session last August 20, 2024, approved the Unified Legal Aid Service Rules, or the ULAS rules. The ULAS rules mandate lawyers in general to render at least 60 hours of pro bono legal aid services every compliance period of 3 years in favor of indigent Filipinos. The rules will be uploaded to the Supreme Court website once we receive a copy from the Office of the Clerk of Court. And lastly, the Supreme Court en banc, also during its session last August 20, 2024, approved the guidelines on submission of electronic copies of pleadings and other court submissions being filed before the lower courts pursuant to the efficient use of paper rule, also known as the guidelines for e-filing. One of the key outcomes under the Strategic Plan for Judicial Innovations 2022 to 2027 is innovation. A key activity under innovation is the development of eCourt System version 2.0 or eCourt PH 2.0 for the digitalization of adjudication. eCourt PH 2.0 will be implemented in 6 components. First is the digital filing and service of all pleadings, motions, and other court documents and court orders in civil cases. Second is the installation of a digital case dashboard in all trial courts. The third is the digitalization of existing case records and rolios in all pending cases. Fourth is the digital filing and service before the Supreme Court and appellate courts. Fourth is the digital appeals process, and sixth is the digital criminal and special proceedings. The implementation of the first component, which is electronic filing, will begin on September 1, 2024, with full implementation completed by December 1, 2024. May I please call beside me the Court Administrator, the Honorable Raul Bautista Villanueva, as what I will be announcing will be affecting all the lower courts across the nation. Thank you, sir. Okay, so as an overview, we will be playing a short video regarding the guidelines.
Are you filing a civil case in a trial court? The Philippine judiciary is now going digital. From September 1 to December 1 this year, first level and second level courts all over the country will slowly transition to electronic filing for civil cases. By September 1, all civil case filings must include electronic versions of hard copies, or else the court will not act on them. During the 3-month transition period, each judicial region will be certified before they can start implementing a fully electronic mode of filing. The goal is that by December 1, electronic filing will be considered the only mode of filing, except for initiatory pleadings, which would still require hard copies. Here's how to send electronic version of your filings. Scan your pleadings or convert them to PDF. Include all annexes. Save each pleading in separate files. Using your email address of record with the court, compose an email with the docket number and case title as your subject. Write the following details in the body of the email. Attach the saved pleadings and annexes. Send it to the court's official email address. Include all counsels and their law firms as recipients. This innovation will ensure that your pleadings are acted upon faster and more efficiently. Read the full text of the guidelines on submission of electronic copies of pleadings before the lower courts on the Supreme Court website.
Starting September 1, 2024, Trial courts shall only act upon pleadings and other court submissions in civil cases if the filing is accompanied by an electronic transmittal of the same document in PDF format through email. Electronic submissions must be completed within 24 hours of the primary manner of service, which includes personal filing, registered mail, or accredited courier. A court may waive the electronic transmittal requirements if the annexes, exhibits, and other accompanying documents cannot readily be converted to PDF, or if these consist of sealed and confidential documents. Starting September 1, 2024, all orders and documents issued by trial courts in civil cases shall also be accompanied by an electronic transmittal of PDF copies through email to the parties and their counsel. By December 1, 2024, the primary and mandatory manner of service of outbound court documents within a certified judicial region shall be through email, except for summons, which shall continue to be through personal or substituted service under Rule 14 of the Rules of Court. By December 1, 2024, within certified judicial regions, all filing of service and pleadings and other court submissions shall be done through email, except for initiatory pleadings. For initiatory pleadings, these shall continue to be done through personal service, registered mail, or accredited courier, but must be accompanied by an electronic transmittal of a PDF copy until such time that Rule 13 of the Rules of Court is amended. Judicial regions shall be certified by the Office of the Court Administrator, or OCA, only when the Regional Court Manager, or RCM, or in areas with no RCMs, all executive judges of the region report that A. All courts are equipped to receive electronic transmittals of pleadings. B. Each court has sufficient trained personnel for the reception, processing, and storage of electronic transmittals. C. All judges have the capacity and capability to issue decisions, resolutions, and orders using the case record or rolio in electronic format. And D. A website has been made ready and available for the storage of and public access to all pleadings and other court submissions filed, as well as court-issued documents, subject, of course, to privacy and confidentiality rules. This shall be done by the OCA, the Supreme Court Communications Office, the Office of the Supreme Court Spokesperson, and the Management Information Systems Office, or the MISO. A notice of appearance shall be filed in all civil cases pending before the trial courts containing the valid and professional addresses of all counsels, their law firms, if any, and the parties. The submission of counsel's email addresses is mandatory, while that of the parties is optional. These email addresses shall serve as the of record. The use by lawyers of personal and non-professional email accounts is prohibited. If the electronic transmittal is made with an email address not of record, the entire transmittal shall be deemed as not received. Counsel and parties have the obligation to monitor their email inboxes. A lawyer who neglects to do so, to the detriment of their client, shall be subject to disciplinary action. No court shall accept as an excuse the non-checking of their email inbox. Electronic transmittals shall be sent to the official email address of the courts. A directory is available at the Supreme Court website under the Court Locator section. These guidelines, which may be accessed on the Supreme Court website, contain the format for the emails and its attachments. Real-time technical assistance and support will be provided by the OCA and the MISO through the email address tech.support.spji@judiciary.gov.ph. By the end of September 2024, tech support will be available in every regional court manager station and court station. For more information on the guidelines, you may visit the e-filing microsite available at the Supreme Court website. Thank you.